guys, I've made it, and it is 9:17, so I'm actually like not that bad off track here. So I gotta go down and register since she hadn't had her coggins in hand, and then I'll unload her. So I'm pretty excited how it's looking, but I'm also gonna check out and see what other people are wearing. So I'm gonna change my shirt so that I don't look like so bad, but then I'll let you know. Okay, here we go. Okay guys, so I've got her all clean. So I brushed her, put down some show sheen, put some baby powder on her white to make it shine. I put some WD-40 on her feet because you can't have hoof oil because she's got white hooves. So WD-40 helps keep the dirt from sticking. And I have braided her as good as I can. She has a very short mane. And I'm probably going to go ahead and put her, I'm not going to put her saddle on yet. But I thought what I'd do is I'd actually go show you around the showgrounds and show you what this show facility looks like. And then I'll show you where I'm going to warm up and stuff like that. Plus it gives me great ideas for my barn. Super love some of the stuff they've got going on here. And then I'll come back, change into my attire, and then I will put her saddle on and get to the warm-up. Now, I do think I'm going to try to film this. I don't know exactly how I'm going to do that, so I'm also going to scout that out too while I'm out. Okay, let's go look. This is the jump course. I have to talk kind of quiet because everyone's really, really quiet. But up there is the jump course. I'm obviously not jumping today because Cheyenne's 25 years old, but it's a long way from the rest of the stuff. So if you do come here, like, the jumps are a long way away. But it's up there, so I bet it's really dry. So we have like a yard pretty much here, which is literally, I think, 4 trailer parking. So lots of trailers here, plus a lot of people who stay here. So I want to show you around. It's an indoor riding arena. Super, super love it. It's attached to some barns here. I wonder what the dimensions are. See if I can try to figure that out. They have some rails for some jumping. So it's not really indoor, just covered. There's a mounting block here. There's like kind of dirt with some sand in there. Yeah, dirt and sand. Looks like it's like a small dressage arena size. I've got those dresses up here. They have some lights and a clock. Super love that. Okay, and that's a tin sign. Like, not really tin, but like definitely like hard plastic. Like, it's not like what I had. And they have a gate here and go in and out, I guess, during the weather. Super love that. So let's see what her size would be. Up through there, they have like trails and stuff, and they have padding. So I think this looks like about 150 by 60 foot. I'll count that one more time. Okay, so here's a stall. So they all have a bridle hook, which I super love. A really sturdy blanket bar. It also has a hook on it. Super love that. They have this, they could look over. Probably just like a 10 by 12 stall. Hey, hateful. Very hateful horse. Very angry. And there's 2 things for water there. They don't have any food. But then they have a fan in each one. So super love it. Super heavy duty job. And then there's like what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's like 12 stalls here. And they also have 2 wash bays, a feed room and a tack room. But super love that. So it looks like they have hot and cold water. And they have some baling twine on there. Cross ties. Super love that. Here's the other 6 that they have here. So then they have more trailer parking, I guess, for their residents down there. Down here is the dressage arena. This, I guess, is their house. And they have another barn and everything down here. We keep hearing peacocks, so I see a peacock here somewhere. They have a nice gravel area up to the indoor, or the covered, but they don't have a graveled parking lot. So it looks like this one is probably maybe their quarantine barn, or just extra barn, because it's not as nice, but it still does have stalls and stuff. Yeah, it's looking. And then over here they have another barn that I'm gonna walk through, and then there's a mounting block down here. Probably bring her down here then. maybe come check it out down here. But yeah, there's the nice arena. It looks like it's a lot bigger than the one in there. But I don't know if I could do any bigger than what I've just seen there. So let's go check out the other barn. That they have a little covered area and then some more trailer parking, and they have their muck area over there as well. So super love it. Super nice. Super nice. And I love their mounting block. I could get me one of those. There's kind of a view of those two barns, as well as this barn, and then there's one more barn behind this, so super huge. So now since I've given you a tour, I'm gonna go ahead and put the saddle on Cheyenne and go ahead and change into my gear, and then maybe just talk a little bit more, and then maybe go watch some. So we'll see. I have to watch my time because now at 11:45 I need to hop on, if not a little bit before, but I do need to think through my tests again. So here we go. Hey guys, so I'm driving home, and so I've had time now to think about my scores and stuff. So here was my scores. So I got, now before I tell you my scores, here's just some things to think about. So I hadn't rode her probably February, and it is September, okay? She's 25 years old. She's very well broke, but I mean, she is definitely not fit. She has definitely not been practicing. I rode her, I picked her out of the field on Thursday, ran through the tests until she was tired, and then I put her back in the field. And then I got her out this morning, gave her a bath, and took her to the show. Gave her a long warm-up. She did really well. Could she have stretched more? Absolutely. So some common things that I can see before I even tell you my scores. Oh, sorry, I've lost you here. So some common things I could definitely see before they even tell me the scores. I was very proud of her that her trot was not very big. That's just because we hadn't been riding a lot, and so she wasn't really giving me her all. Her canter was not a very good canter because she is barefoot. The arena we actually used was sand and gravel, okay? So just like if you were barefoot walking around on there, could you do it? Yeah, but you're probably not going to be your best if you don't have shoes on. So if I decide to do that kind of arena, I definitely want to start doing front shoes. Looked like everyone had shoes on, kind of but me. So I think that's something I need to look into. And I know it's more expensive. I like having my horses barefoot, but at these arenas and stuff, they always use sand and gravel, and so that's really hard on a barefoot horse to give their all. They can be fine and not be lame most of the time, but they can't really give you everything they've got. Now, also, this judge was really tough. She was so tough that a girl who does this full-time, as like, this is like what she does as a job. She has a horse that has shown second level, okay, mind you, has shown second level successfully. She only got a 65% in training level 1. She should have been getting like a 75 or something more than that. So whenever she told me her score, I was like, oh, that's not gonna get for me. My ideal love score would be 65. Like that would be like ideal for me. Also, I don't take lessons, so I also want to see what they would score me. Unfortunately, on that note, they scored me, but they didn't give me any feedback, so I don't really know what I could have. So pretty good job. Her best test was training level test 2, and I totally didn't remember to film it. And my helmet's like too small for me. I'm gonna have to get a bigger helmet, but I need to get a new helmet. Anyways, yeah, it looks really bad. Anyway, she did really good. First level test was probably her worst one because she was tired, so her canter wasn't as good, but her trot was better. So I don't know. So you know, take that for what it's worth on that. On the pattern riding for myself, first level was worse, but it's because I've run 2 other tests today. So I'm gonna take her up here, untack her, give her some water, and then go and change my clothes. Well, maybe not change my clothes, but at least go, you know, figure out what my scores are and stuff. And then I'll be heading home. So overall, great day. I'll let you know how my scores were before I leave or whatever today. If I placed it all, I was very happy. It was a pretty big show today, so I'd be very happy for that. But I'd say her first level test was like in the 50s if I'm lucky.
just because, and we did hit the barrier of the dressage because I went too deep in the corner. When they said deep in the corner, not that deep. So anyways, so super fun time. Got to hang out with some new people that I didn't know ahead of time. And so it's super fun. Love doing horse shows. If you've never done a horse show, check out a dressage one for sure. It is super fun. Or at least just ride the test at home. Either way. All right, let's go find out what I got. Level test 1, I got a 53. Training level test 2, I got a 54, which I thought I wrote that one really well. And then my first level test, 45. So I don't really know what I could have done better. There was a few just riding accuracy things I could have done a little better. That's because I did 3 tests in one day, and I'm not saying you can't do 3 tests because Natasha Alcott does it all the time. But that was the first time I've ever done 3 tests. That's also the first time I've ever done a first level test. So I'm definitely trying my best. And again, this is a lot of fun. It's a lot of a journey. I had such a good time today. Her scores were not fantastic. We were competing against a lot of very tall, thoroughbred, warm-bloody types. I feel like we should have scored better than most of them, honestly. But as I was being told that, you know, the girl I was talking about who the second level has done really well, but so she should have scored better. She was on an Arabian. So what she was telling me is that typically if you are not on a warm blood, this judge that I had sometimes does not score you as well as you would. So that's something to take into consideration. Definitely makes me feel better. It's not really bad because at the end of the day, what was I trying to do? I was trying to have a good time, make some connections with the dressage community that's within a couple hours of me. Super had a good time just seeing if I can do the 3 tests. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on now. A lot of these girls, they compete every week. I'm lucky if I get to do the 2 shows in a year, at least big time shows. Just because, you know, you have kids now, you have other stuff going on. They don't have any kids, a lot of them. You know, a lot of them do this all, like full time, or they take lessons full time, or they have a $30,000 warm blood that already knows how to do everything. So these are all things that I've got to take in consideration when I see my score. And so now, since I haven't shown her in a long time, and I don't know what I did with those papers, I'm going to put this into a Google Doc, and I'm going to actually keep up with what scores I got. I'm going to take a picture of it and put it in there, I think, and then actually have a running total of what my scores are. So that way I can just improve, because your goal is to improve. Now, on the judges' comments, they did say they did not think we were ready for first level. And the way she performed today, that's probably true. She didn't perform bad. She is just not very fit. Now, had I done this on Armani, the horse I had last week, we would have scored better. Just because, for one, he's a fantastic dressage horse, but also he's just fit. He's been doing it. So if you are going to show, and I definitely recommend you show, it is so fun. The whole thing, pageantry. Loved wearing white breeches, by the way. I looked so sharp. Worst in the first level test, but I kind of knew I would because, like I said, she was tired. She didn't really go as good as she could do, and for us to do well in first level test, she is going to be on point because she is on a warm blood. She is a 15-hand, really chunky paint quarter horse mare. So, like, could she do okay? Yes, but she kind of has like a little choppy little trot. But, you know, that's just her trot. So we need to be on, and she really wasn't on. She was tired, and just like that was all she had. So we only got a 45. I know that is awful. Please be kind in the comments. I understand that, but overall, like, she did really well, and we went through the entire test. Very good. She didn't have huge differences in her extensions. I mean, we even bumped the rail, like, so we got a huge deduction. So I think we would have definitely been in the 50s had I not bumped the outside of the arena. I did that because they always say go deep in the corners. Too deep in the corner. And so yeah, so I got 45, which is not good. Then the training level test 2, I think it was. I thought we did that one the best of all of them, but she got a 54. That is not bad for her. I mean, again, because 65 was my goal. 54 with kind of her deductions and not being super aggressive with her trot and her canter, and then I made a mistake on the stretchy trot. I was supposed to rising trot, but with her trot, in order to show it better, I've been sitting it. So maybe if I had done it in rising, maybe we would have done better. So you know, that could be on me too on that part. So there you go. So yeah, so we got a 54 on that, but I was very proud of her. And then the one we did the best on was training level test 1, where we got a 57. Oh, I don't know if you heard me there, but training level test 1, and we got a 57. So again, super proud of her. We got a couple of 6.5s in there. So we didn't get as many as we should, probably. But we did good. We missed the marker on one of those. So again, like, that's a lot of me, a lot of her. And like, if you start doing these all the time and actually like going to be judged, not just doing it at home, you really can see where your downfalls are. And so I'm gonna look at them and critique myself. I also videoed them, and I'm going to I'll put forward the whole, I don't know if I'll post the whole video with the judges' comments. If you'd like that, please comment down below. I'm concerned because, again, if it's not over a 60, people on the internet can be quite harsh. So I would like to post it with the judges' comments so that I can better myself, better my horse. I know she's 25, so can I continue working with her? Yes, but like, her situation would be that, you know, she wouldn't be able to work more than 1 or 2 times a week anyways, and that is not my big scenario. I like to work the prospective ones with me. Make sure you hit like and subscribe so you never miss an episode. And if you'd like to see more show vlogs like this, please comment down below, and comment what your favorite part of the dressage show would be, what your favorite part of a dressage show is. I absolutely love all the preparation, and then right before they ding the bell for you to go in, that's super exciting for me. So thanks again for watching. Thanks again for watching. Remember, God bless, be adventurous. I'll see you next time. Bye.